Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to show you how to use GeoPrior neural network for lump subsidence predictions. This video is for those who want to use the applications, the desktop application for lump subsidence prediction or forecasting or for decision making. So for those who want to use the code, you can go to the repository and that try to just contributors. So you will see the raw code, and you also can know that how we develop the code. But for those who don't know about the programming and stuff or about the code, but you can use the application. So this is the application form that you can use it, and for making decision making, for transferability, and many others on the options. So let me just first start the application and then show you how this works. Okay. So GeoPrior, like I said, that is a neural network, a physics informed neural network used for land subsidence prediction. So the land subsidence is something very complex. It's very complex to find some solution about it. So there are many researchers and many papers about these problems, but it is very difficult. So today our work is most focused about using a physics informed to understand priorly how based on the drivers and also based on the um, other functionality, the constraints, to just explain where the risk is and how to make a transfer, and also how to just make a decision making, what is the first place that we can take some measure, and many things. So when you open the app, first of all, that we see the app, just for the first of all, desktop applications like that, but you don't have any data. First, you can just go to open dataset and then find your dataset. But if you don't have any dataset, but currently I have some data because we can use this data for this data. First of all, I'm going to load this data. When I'm going to load this data, you will see that the progression. And when the data is loading, you will see some features that we use some drivers, most of some drivers. But this is our old data. Let me just launch the complete data, the one that we use for the papers. So you will understand that what kind of browser you use. First of all, you have the spatial browsers. You have spatial features like longitude, latitude, on year, the times, and video contribution, geology, groundwater, below the ground surface, and we have all many features. But in the paper, you can get more detail about it. But this is just how to use it, simply how to use it, and I'll show you some tab how to use, and then how you can make a good forecast. Just a quick loading, and you will understand how it works. It's not much complicated. So let's wait for the dataset to be loaded completely, and I will show you some just introduce you some features, and you will understand quickly how to just program it for. So let's wait a bit. Because the dataset is very large, you should take more than 1 million of data, so it took a long to just for loading. But we have already some data, some model who have trained already, so this won't take a time. Okay, this is our dataset. This is our dataset used. You can see that we have the correlations for the clouders, but when you select, you can draw some correlations. Or when you also have to select, you can draw a kind of map to understand your okay, just the data. You can see first you have a longitude. You can then select. We count the projects, but we select some features. We have some mandatory features. Most features are important. We have some features who are important. For instance, like MSI. This is very important. This feature is very important. So automatically it will be on side. Subsidence cumulative is important. You will see also that the groundwater below ground surface. Okay. When you have the application, first of all, this is the data tab, and after you can go for experiment tab. For the experiment tab, you will see the configuration, many configuration there, and you can select the configuration as you want for your data, for your configure for data. So currently, this is already a field, mostly it's populated automatically. For some, when you have some features that is quite similar for the feature of expecting, so we can automatically populate it. But this is not automatically populated. You can change. For instance, forecast here, you can just change to go to a kind of data that you want. Okay. Also, you have done for you have done for your configuration. You can lock the configuration here. Yes. Now you can go for processing. If you don't have any data, if you don't have a model trainings yet, then you can go for processing to processing your sequences. So this is the log. Then you can just undock for the log here, and you will see that everything is also starting for the log here. So let's dock it. And you can go for running first, that you go for run. When you are configuring it, when your configurations is already done, your setting is already done, just don't click on run. And when the run is okay, that's starting for computing for the processing. When the processing is done, you can go for the training. All right. But because you already set up the configurations here, you don't need to spend a lot of time. You go straight trading because the configuration on is locked here. You can that's happen here, and then set it automatically. You do one, you can, for instance, you have a temperature window, we need to be fixed. So you can, because you are the focusing training area and the focus is not here, that is not true. So you can just go for mostly the training area should be done less than the focus area. If not the case, that you can get some bad information. But something is very important, that because you unlock it, you need to go here and unlock and then find where is the solution to fix it. Yes. Let's find for the modern in time window. Yes. Okay. Let's check for the time window because you look. Okay. That's okay. Right. You can see it is okay, right? Okay. When is your configuration is done, you can go for the trainings. If you want just to go for the physics, you can just come back for the physics. You select all the physics parameters as you want. If you just say, you can just select what you want, etc., etc. You can change as you want. Yeah, good for this. Once it's done that, you can click OK. But now we just once you can go there for physical weights, yes, or you can also select for the probabilities, go to the features, okay. But when it's done that, you can just run your system here, run it's automatically, it's okay. But now if you want to fine tune, you can save the same configuration. But if you already train your model and you want that to fine tune on your model, just set up on the model and then fetch your model, that's okay. And you can also set some spaces here. Okay. If you want more detail, you can go back to the LAN and online documentation, or just go for the app and you get more information here. Okay. No, for the first, want to first, you come back here. You don't know that to set up because there is no model. You need to select your model first. When your model is selected now, then you can start for the going for the running. It's similar for the training. You will see that for the running. Yeah. Once it's done that, you can come back for the transfer. Transfer is very important because you can see the map because we are already some transfer already done. But you can just select fund it. If there is some transfer already done, you can see the transfer, the countries will be there. Okay. But here we don't have a transfer yet. Yes, when I will change the map. And with the map, you can see many things. But let's make it test. We'll see the transfer. I will change out the buff here and go to let's find a project. Let me see fusion LAN, come back to results, select the path, and then maybe auto detect, or auto detect for if there is a transfer already done. See if the transfer is already done, so we can go back to the transfer, and the transfer will show exactly what cities have been selected for the transfer yet. So currently, let's load, and when it's done, we can come back for the transfers. As we can see that because there is already a transfer path, so the model automatically selected the transfers, and we select the transfer text. We see the map here. Okay, so let's wait a bit, and then you can come back for the map. For the map, it's similar. For the map, you want to go for the data, you can select it. You can make automatic select from kind of model we already run. So for the text, we can just select. Let's select for the text feature first. For the notion, once done that, you can see that we have some. We need to fill the XYZ. XYZ for the coordinates. So consider for the coordinates. We just populate for the coordinates for the XY, which is look. We have X coordinate X. We have Y coordinate. Let me show first. Coordinate Y. Last we go for the substance group. Now, Okay, once it's done, just we can see the plot should be already made. Yeah. So let's come back to, let's wait a bit and you will see the map. So okay. Oh, let's wait, please. Okay, yes, because you didn't change the coordinate, let's change the coordinate first because it's very important because our data is on the UTM coordinate. So we need to change the coordinate also to update the data and see that the plot. Now you can see that the plot have been done. So we just have to feed the data like this. You can see, okay. So the map is here. Now you just can close and go back to the view. View, you can see the more information about the view, how to make interactions, how to, you have a many point here. For instance, we can just change to go over the template or the terrains, also we will get for the map. So there are many options you can do there. You can go for the focus. On the focus, you can just show the focus. Okay. So let's come back for this transfer tab. Like you can see that with transfer tab, you have two cities. And with cities here, we can go for the second cities, and we see that the second city will be plotted here. And after that, let's see, and then let's fit to see. Yeah, okay. Like see, for instance, this is the text. This is the current text. It is not. Yeah, the text. Let's see. Okay, you can see here. Okay, a second city. So let's see. Okay, you can see a second city here. Okay, right. That's less undock it yet. Okay, we can move this for the die side. Okay, or you can just close and open the view. We can just open the view, making some just a preset because there is a preset. You can make a preset for this quick analysis. Okay, let's click on the preset and let's see for the quick analysis. We will see. Okay, we can trigger the radar plot we show here. Very important. Yeah, as you can see that they show here. Very important stuff about the hotspots. Very important for that about the hotspot. Let's just change, go to the S3. Okay. Okay. Now you can just come back to see and delay. I can't explain everything because it will take a long time, but you have help. You can go there and get more details with the radar, overlays, and we can just go for the interaction. Interaction will show you more things, very interesting for the hotspot overlay. Let's trigger everything and to show how the system show you how to calculate the transfers. Like, because we are doing this, let me show you some things. Okay, for the transfers, because the model have been trained here for the city A, we want to transfer for the city B. You can say all the path, what are the important is transfer B. We show the one start. So before you get this map, you can show that for the transfer map, you can come up for the run because you have the 2CC here. If you don't have any transfer set yet, you can see the strategy. Every strategy is updated here. But if you don't have any strategy, you need that first run the one map first. You want to run the transfer map first. After getting some followers, then you can toggle to the map and you see everything else. So there is a lot of things to do that I can explain here clearly, but I just show you how to map. But let's come back to our map and to see something. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go. Let's to go for the focus and let's enable hotspots for data and let me just go back for satellites. I like satellite. Yes. Um, okay. This is just the text and You can come back to the tool if you have something to do. For instance, identifiability, system managers, reproducibility, expect you can just come back and you can find many things just for processing your data. And there is something I like it is physics diagnostic. Physics diagnostic, you just flex, you can change your route and go to the path for your products, and then you can diagnostic. If there is something to diagnostic, if you want for less, you can refresh to see that our dataset selects the dataset on the rules that refresh from the guide. It will just refreshes and we get the data ready. So friends. So let's come back to the physics diagnostic. If you have physics diagnostic, you can just change your route and go back for project results. Let's see result. Let's check it. So, yeah, you can see the physics diagnosis. You can see the coverage physics. Yes, you can see lots of informations. You can just pop out and you see everything. Yes, yeah. Okay, just for using. It's not just explaining everything for this. So we just split two. Let's browse and select we have results. Okay, and we need to select the physical payload. Let's first test physical payload. I think okay, physical NPZ. Let me show. I think we don't know. Let me show you this one. Okay, let me show this one, and then Bluetooth. Okay, upload. This one first to see. Yes, as you can see here, time scale preview, logs 2 and time scale, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, very interesting. Okay, to estimate and last to two. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so right. Okay, so just is a little bit some things I would like to show you today, and you should take care and yeah, let's just show you for the Bob why it took its time, so it took its time, took its time. Okay, okay, okay. Just it can help you making some interpretations. You can select automatically some aspects. You can get more informations. Just can interpret the data. Show you and enable interpretations. I can enable interpretations. So we just interpret the data. Know that it is allowed because the computer is under doing some work. So yeah, let's see. Yeah. Okay, you have some tool. You can select some tool, for instance. You have some select some tools. You can just select some tools. Okay. Well, okay. Well, right. Okay, this is a bit that I want to show you how to use. First, you need to just find your data, load your data. Secondly, go to configure it, yeah, the system and just make a process. We don't have a data processing yet. And secondly, you must but you try to come back to the train after the retune and inference. After the first, you can go for the transfer map. Also, you can run back for the map, for the real map. The real map can help you doing many things. As you can see, it can help you doing many things when you select the map, everything of that. Because my computer is just running, it's just running some work, so you see, it take a longer time, very, very long time. So I have some workflow already running, so it took a long time. So this is a bit what I want to show you when you want to use the app for drawing and some very important. So take care and have a good day. And I hope that if you have any questions, you can go to the YouTube, to the GitHubs. You can clone the repository or image issue, and we can just discard that. Okay, take care and bye bye.